So this is the wash-up clause that we're moving, isn't it? Councillor Ross.
I don't want to move this. I was actually thinking it was the Simon Street flats.
Surprised.
Yeah, no, good point.
So I will withdraw my
Okay.
my moving of
Right.
this.
Do we have a mover?
Yep.
Councillor Cull. Right.
Just a question.
Yes.
I want to make sure I get this absolutely correct, that I'm voting. By voting for the Penrose-Brown resolution,
Yep.
we are agreeing with the position that was taken by the independent hearing panel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. I just
Right.
want to get that straight.
Yep, that's good. Anything else? Right, well, I'm going to put this, councillors.
I division.
Yep, thank you. Go back to C. Right, we'll put C first.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We see them.
See, there's
them,
two different,
please.
one's a wash-up, and the other is dealing with the matter that was reported back, which is a deletion of policies which seek to protect and manage unscheduled significant historic heritage. So C. So there's the mover and seconder to C, which is me, Councillor Cull and myself.
By division, Your
Can I ask
Worship.
one? Is it too late to ask a question?
Yeah. We'll, Councillor Lee, we've had a lot of discussion on this. Where you
Your Worship.
go? Aye.
Councillor and I.
Aye.
Councillor Brewer.
No.
Councillor Casey.
No.
Councillor Cashmore.
Yes.
Councillor Clow.
No,
Councillor Cooper.
Aye.
Councillor Darby.
Four.
Councillor
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
No.
Deputy Mayor Hulse.
Aye.
Councillor Crum.
4.
Councillor Lee.
No.
Councillor Penrose.
Yes.
Councillor Quacks.
Yes.
Councillor Stewart.
Yes.
Councillor Sir John Walker.
yes,
Councillor Wayne Walker.
No.
Councillor Watson.
No.
Councillor Webster.
Yes.
Councillor Wood.
Yes.
I think that was the same vote. Right. Councillors, can we just put the wash-up? That's carried. And can we put the wash-up, please? So I'll move it. Seconder, Councillor Cull. Right, all those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against?
No.
No.
Please record.
Note,
Please
note the
record my
record.
vote against.
Yes, I note the record.
Same. My descendants will
Can you
remember.
just please fire notes around on that matter?
Against.
Okay, next matter. John.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. So the next matter to report back on was sustainable design. This is topic.
Sorry, point of order. Sorry. What has happened to the Simon Street resolution, 5.51? Because you've done the wash-up and you haven't done that, and I wished to move that one, and it was,
Oh, right.
that should be in there.
So,
That is correct.
It is in there.
And we have the reasons
there,
coming through now.
there it is.
It was the only building
Now, was
we,
that...
only
hang on.
building we
I'm
agreed
happy
to
to
put back.
support that one.
Hang on. Now, just, so was that a part of the last resolution?
We've already voted on that though, have we not?
Yeah, just hang on. I don't, just
Didn't do it.
wait so that we can get some advice here. I know we haven't done it, but was that a part,
This
supposed
was-
to be a part of the last one?
Yeah, this was to report back with reasons. It is all tied up.
It's not compromised by what we have just moved, is it?
No.
No?
No.
Yep, I'm asking John.
No, it's actually dealt with under a different topic, 032.
Very good. Okay.
Mr Mayor,
Yes, just hang on a minute. So, so this is 5.5. What page was this on?
Page 10 of the new sheet.
5.5. What page, Ross?
Well, page 10 of the sheet handed out today, the minutes.
Oh, I'm just looking at the originals. 5.5. So we go. Keep
It's giving
going.
the reasons for the rejecting
page
it.
20.
Page 20.
Yep.
Page 20 of the agenda. There it is. Right. Okay. Now I remember. Okay, and this was a report back. So, John, would you like to deal with this matter? And I think we've got a mover. This is the one you wanted to move, Councillor
I
Ross.
think we
I'm happy
dealt
to
with
move
it.
that one, Mr.
No, I
It's
don't
gone
think we have.
So my understanding is it was agreed in principle. All we had to come back on were the reasons. So it was
So it is
decided.
locked up.
Yep.
Mr Mayor, is this just adding explanations to the resolution that we've already passed.
Councillor Lee, I'm just trying to get clarity on that right now.
That's
Is that
correct.
right?
It is providing the
Like a
reasons.
double-
We do
in
not
support
need
of-
to move
Belts and
anything?
braces done.
Thank you.
It's more than belts and braces, it's the legal requirement if you reject something to also to express your reasons and to have an
I'm
alternate.
happy to
procedure.
move
Right,
it.
so these are the reasons. So councillor Ross, you actually want to move this, don't you? Councillor Michael, you can second it. All right?
Councillor Lee did raise it originally.
Yes, that's fine, but councillor Ross had his hand up.
Whatever.
So,
As long as you
oh,
save
look,
the
I'm
building,
sure
don't worry
that
about it, no.
success has many mothers and fathers.
That's right.
So we can share it around. Right, is there any further discussion on this? You happy with the reasons? Delightful. Right, let's move it. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Those against. Right, now we go to this matter of sustainable economic, non-economic design. What page was that on?
Page
There it
pages
is.
23 and 24 of the
23
original
and
agenda.
24. So there's the original recommendation. You are going to come back to us with a presentation. Or something.
Mr Mayor, we don't have a presentation, but there was
Explanation.
some concern expressed at the meeting in relation to the panel's recommendation to delete the sustainable design provisions from the proposed Auckland Unitary Plan. Officers were recommending to accept the panel's recommendation. Essentially, the council's position at the hearing was that there should be a requirement for all new dwellings in Auckland to achieve either a 6-star rating under the Green Building Council Home Star rating system, or meet a range of other sustainable building design standards specified in the council's case in relation to double glazing, ceiling wall and floor insulation, ventilation, water efficiency ratings for taps and showers, light fittings, etc. So you could either go for the 6-star rating or pick from a menu of pre-approved solutions and therefore be a permitted activity. The panel has recommended to delete the objectives, policies and rules relating to those provisions. Essentially what it boils down to is whether sustainable design for housing is better dealt with under the Resource Management Act and the Unitary Plan, or under the Building Act and the Building Code, building regulations. The panel's view is that this is primarily a Building Act, Building Code matter, and raises some jurisdictional issues around whether this is able to be dealt with under the RMA and the Unitary Plan. It is finely balanced. The council did run a legal argument that it is able to be dealt with, sustainable design is able to be dealt with under the RMA. So we did run that legal argument. We did run a planning argument as well, but so we do have planning evidence and legal submissions in support of a rejection, if that is the way that the committee, the governing body wishes to go. So it is finely balanced. We have, as officers, recommended to run with the panel's recommendation to remove the provisions from the plan, and also the recommendation that the Chief Executive advocates to central government for changes to the Building Code and Building Act to improve standards nationwide rather than just for Auckland. Once again, finely balanced. There is some alternative wording that we have available should the committee, the governing body, wish to reject the panel's recommendation. There is some alternative wording that we have available if that's the way the governing body wishes to proceed.
Right, okay. Look, there's a sea of hands. So why don't we got Councillor Cathy.
I just wanted to
Hang
hear
on,
the...
hang on. I just want to take a batting order here. Was there anyone else around here, I think? Bill, Councillor Bill, Councillor Mike, I got yours first. So, Mike, you'll be the first, but I'm just getting a list. We got Councillor
to move,
Christine.
but
Oh,
mine
you're
wasn't-
happy to move, right, okay. Okay, so put Councillor Christine there. I've got Councillor Wayne and then Councillor Christine. Just hang on, please.
Well, we don't know what we're doing.
I know. I'm just taking some hands here at the moment.
Understand what that is.
And
That's saying what...
right now,
think I
what
missed out.
what we are debating is that that information, the resolution in front of you, the governing body previously resolved.
That's what we're voting on.
Yeah, and you, Councillor Penny too.
Yes, I put my hand up immediately, Mr Mayor, but I'm
Right.
obviously in a blind spot.
Sorry, it is sometimes not easy to see.
I know that.
Okay, so
Small and insignificant.
now, so the question is, what are we debating?
Yes, because that's Bob each way that way.
It's just a
So,
receiving the information.
so through the chair, we will be, so the officers are
this was actually you asking for more information, which
Yep.
John has talked to you about. We will be putting back up the officer's recommendation,
Yeah.
and
I know it's already been done.
Let's just
and
hang
then
on
you
till
can make a call on whether or not you're going to accept the officer's recommendation, to accept the recommendations of the panel, or whether or not you wish to reject the recommendations of the panel not to have sustainable design matters dealt with in the unitary plan, which would take us back to our case before the hearings panel, where we defended having them in the plan.
Right, okay, so we'll go back to the original recommendation on page 23.
24.
So that's what we're debating. Now, so in amongst all those hands, are there questions?
Yep.
Yeah, councillor Kelly.
Well, I thought we were waiting for further advice, and I don't feel like I've been given any. So why aren't you supporting our position that we went with?
Two positions.
All I've heard you
Well,
say
all
is
we
it's
can
finally
say is-
balanced, it's finally balanced. But
Finally
you've
balanced.
picked a position,
Yep.
and I don't understand why you've picked that position and not the other.
Well, our position is that it will be better and more efficient and better long-term solution to actually advocate to the government for changes rather than continue to try and run a legal argument that we may or may not ultimately be successful in running. But
So you're not supporting our council's original position, though?
No.
I don't understand.
That's right.
But I don't understand.
yeah.
Well, I think
want
he's had a
affordable
crack at
housing.
explaining it, and I don't think there's much more that could be said, councillor Kathy. Get on.
Finally balanced,
Oh,
it is there.
finally balanced, yeah. Councillor Bill, you had a question?
Yes, so given in mind that we started at one position, we've heard evidence, we've refined our position now, saying it's better to actually change the statute. Are there other councils or authorities in New Zealand or LGNZ that are doing the same work?
Can't actually recall hearing of any. No.
No.
Maybe
Something we could
we'd
lead the
have to
charge
check
on.
that, but
It's, yeah, right.
Yeah, look, it's pretty typical, you know,
Yes,
we
understand.
are
Yeah.
out there.
That's my point.
Now, councillor Christine, I had you as the mover, and you don't want to speak. I've got councillor Mike, who, did you have a question, Mike, or did you want to speak? And then
I
Councillor
want to speak
Penny
against.
H. Right, you want to speak against it. Councillor Penny H, you're next. So councillor Mike first. Away you go.
Mr Mayor, there are two fundamental questions here, and they relate to the strategic purpose of the unitary plan and the Auckland plan, the spatial plan for Auckland, as to give it its legal name. And that is a strategic direction of intensification, but intensification done well. Intensification that learns the lessons of the past and corrects the errors that are so obvious. In other words, if we're going to intensify, we have to do it very carefully and do it on the basis of good design. So that's the first principle. The second one relates to the case the council put before the independent panel and the arguments of our expert witnesses and lawyers. They were sound arguments, and we should stand with them. The other principle that is very important is that this is an instrument of the Resource Management Act. While the Building Act has its own purpose, I think you'll be hard put to find in the key sections of the Building Act words like sustainable management, words like amenity, words like aesthetic coherence, words like historic heritage. This is very much a resource management matter. It's very much a matter of sustainability, and I think if we're going to embark on this massive intensification, we have to give some guarantee to the people of Auckland that it's going to be done well, and we will not be throwing the design standards in the rubbish bin and taking a reductionist, minimalistic approach to this. Thank you.
Okay. I gave you some latitude last week, residents, but we're sitting here basically as judges and juries at the moment.